How is it that Hollywood can make a good video game movie, but they cannot make a good video game movie? I just don't get it. I am the Kaiju no Kami, and this is my quickie review of Free Guy. Free Guy is the latest movie starring Ryan Reynolds, who plays an NPC in a video game world that feels like GTA. All I thought about every time was, oh my god, this is what goes on to the NPCs in GTA. Wow, this is awesome. Damn, I never knew I could actually care about NPCs before. Do I feel bad about killing them? No, I don't actually feel bad about killing them, but that's just how it is. I mean, Reboot made you kind of feel bad about NPCs and how games work, but yeah, I don't care. I don't feel bad about them. Nevertheless, the movie itself was a damn good time. I had a lot of fun. They had a lot of great jokes that landed more than missed. There were a couple that was like, okay, this is a little bit awkward, or okay, this one's kind of dragging out a little bit too long. Nevertheless, I kind of ignored the negatives because it was just a fun time all around. We've got a lot of good surprises going on, some interesting concepts. The company's name is Tsunami. Gee, I wonder who they're referencing in the name. Could it be Konami? I don't know. Probably, yes it is. But then the CEO also feels like he's trying to be the guy from Ubisoft, Assange, with how douchey he is and everything. And he's got like this accent that's trying to sound douchey. So, I'm betting he's supposed to be Assange from Ubisoft. And you know what? It is pretty damn awesome and sad at the same time. It's interesting though how this movie comes out right at the perfect time after what just recently happened with Activision and Blizzard. I know this movie was supposed to be out a year ago, but it feels more relevant coming out now than it would have a year ago because of everything that just went down. There's a lot of great moments in there. The action scenes are pretty cool. The movie, as I said, it's just a fun time all around. All the actors doing an incredible job with their roles. Taika Waititi is the one that plays the owner of... I actually almost said Ubisoft. Tsunami. And he does a wonderful job being an utter douchebag. An eccentric douchebag at that. I love the mix between going into the real world and showing their perspective and then going back into the game world and how it all played out. It was pretty well done. It was pretty unique. Again, I don't understand how Hollywood can make great movies around video games that are their own property, but then when it comes to actually adapting video games into movies, they fail so badly. Like, we've got Free Guy, that was amazing, and then we have Mortal Kombat, which may be the biggest piece of shit of the year. I just don't get it. Ryan Reynolds chews the scenery, does an outstanding job of it, and again, makes you care about NPCs. It's interesting when they just started asking like these YouTubers or stuff for their point of view. I don't know if they were actually real YouTubers or just actors portraying these specific YouTubers as if they're real people. It seems like it might be a mix. But it was a lot of fun, and there are a lot of things like, wow, that's pretty cool. And there's some stuff that happens in the final act of the movie that was like, oh my god, that was so awesome. Another cool thing is listening to some voices, because I'm pretty sure I heard Hugh Jackman in the movie. I've heard Dwayne Johnson in the movie. Just like how in like The Force Awakens we had a stormtrooper that sounded like Daniel Craig, and oh, turned out to be Daniel Craig. Soundtrack's pretty fun. It's a mixture of an original score with some licensed music. It works. It blends in very well together. The only negative I really have towards it is close to the final act, something occurs where things are reset, and it felt like that whole aspect was a little too rushed, as if they were just trying to keep the movie under 2 hours just for the sake of keeping it under 2 hours. I think that could have been maybe about 10 minutes longer than it actually was. Other than that, I have no complaints on this film at all. I am going to give Free Guy a solid, imperfect 10 out of 10. What did you think of Free Guy? Have you seen it? What is your favorite video game movie that is actually based on a video game? What is your favorite video game movie that is based on an original video game that has nothing to do with an existing IP? Speaking of which, another thing I did enjoy was when Assange, or Waititi's character, was like, nobody wants an original game, they all want sequels. Yeah, no, I want original IPs, not just sequels. I love sequels, don't get me wrong, but I want to see original IPs. Every great game was an original IP at one point. Metroid was an original IP. Onimusha was an original IP. Resident Evil, Dark Souls, Yakuza, Witcher, Tomb Raider, Twisted Metal, they were all original IPs at some point. So keep going with the original IPs. Sequels are cool, but they should not be 80% of the game industry. With that said, click like, subscribe, the bell notification, whatever else YouTube has you clicking on to support me. You can support me on Patreon at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook Kaiju no Kami, Instagram Kaiju no Kami, Twitter Kaiju no Kami, and my website creativitybydesignllc.com. Until next time, bye.